Plane go by. Oh! Oh no! Oh no! Oh man! Oh, my nephew's gonna kill me. It's all right. It's all right, folks. There seems to be minimal damage, so I'm just gonna put that right down here. All nice and safe. Hello, everybody. How you doing today? So I'm a little bit late to the party on this whole discussion here. I was actually in Washington. I made like a last-minute trip to PAX. They still had tickets. I went to PAX. It was a ton of fun. Washington is beautiful. A lot more beautiful than where I am right now. I can tell you that much. Anyway, so as always, Nintendo just loves surprising us. and this latest random left field piece of news was that apparently they are removing loot boxes from Mario Kart Tour. Yeah, I mean, they're just kind of taking them out. I'm just as surprised as you. We'll go over like the potential why of it later, but yeah, they released this little update thing. It says, we'll be adding a spotlight shop where you can exchange rubies for drivers, karts, and gliders featured in tours. New drivers, karts, and gliders, as well as drivers, karts, and gliders that have appeared in the past will be available. Along with this, the pipe you can fire by using rubies will be removed. Just removed. So like, basically they're getting rid of the random gotcha element and just kind of opening up a regular old store spotlight shop where they're just selling stuff outright. So cool. And then obviously they'll still be monetizing through the monthly gold pass subscriptions and that stuff. It's really nice that it's just gonna be, I mean, like, you know, that thing where like you have products that you sell and people just pay money and they don't have to like the random chance to get the thing. You just pay the thing, you know, like things, like markets. It's cool. And honestly, this is just really, really surprising. I mean, Mario Kart Tour has made a pretty good amount of money. What's the number? It's made 293 million. Almost $300 million. And like, sure, that's actually kind of modest by mobile game standards. Of course, there are a lot of mobile games out there that make just billions and billions of dollars. But like overall, that's still a really, really good, probably a very good return on investment. And it's especially funny because it felt to me at least like Mario Kart Tour was Nintendo fully embracing the loot box. You know, like it really seemed like that was a big new step for them. Obviously, they still haven't done it in their like actual console games. We can hope, we can pray that never happens. But at least in mobile games, it seemed like they had decided it was the way of the future. Like, just look at all their mobile games. Like, look at the earnings for all the mobile games they've ever done. The ones with the loot boxes make the most money. It's just, I mean, that's the reason that people have the loot boxes. They work. They make money. It's an incredibly lucrative model because it's so predatory, basically. I mean, Animal Crossing Pocket Camp is a really good illustration of this. You know, they introduced loot boxes after the fact. So the game comes out, it's like whatever. I don't know if it was really making that much money, but then they brought in loot boxes and suddenly it's becoming a really great earner. It's just, it works. It really, really works. I'm surprised they didn't do that with more games. You know, just take their previous ones and add loot boxes to them, you know? Mario Run, I don't know, sure. Loot box, who cares? Put them in everything, right? And like, while we're on the topic of loot boxes, I know that like at this point in any video on this topic, there's gonna be lots and lots of people like wondering why I think they're such a big deal. You know, why it's just so gross. Why loot boxes is gross. I think the general consensus, like the first thing that kind of comes to your mind is like, if it's optional and you're only getting like cosmetic items and stuff, then it's okay, right? I mean, like, why wouldn't it be? That just makes logical sense. I understand that. I understand why a person would think that. I used to think that too. But honestly, when I felt that way, I had not educated myself yet. I believe that is it's just an uneducated viewpoint. It's so overly simplistic. It's not considering any nuance whatsoever. It's kind of assuming that like every person in the world is like me, right? And it's like, no, it's just ignoring such a wide breadth of just people, really, and experiences. So go watch my video on Pokemon Unite if you want, like, my entire spiel. I know it's kind of a long video, but, like, my whole spiel on loot boxes and, like, aggressive monetization. But basically, just for this discussion, SparkNotes version. Loot boxes are psychologically manipulative. By design, they prey on people with a lack of self-control. People who feel the need to complete a collection or who just have addictive personalities. And like, it doesn't really matter if you personally can play without succumbing to the temptation. You know, that's another one of the very, like, oh, well, I haven't paid a cent. So like, therefore, it should be okay, right? But like, people out there have so many different things going on in their minds and their lives and neurodivergencies and just issues, just various things in a person's life that can make it really hard for them to have that self-control. And it's not okay to prey on those people. Period. Loot boxes are preying on those people. I do not care how you wrap them up, what color the bow is on them. Like the pipe thing, the thing in Animal Crossing, they're all loot boxes. It doesn't matter. If it's randomized, it's loot boxes, which is psychologically manipulative, and they prey on people. That's what they do. That's why they work. And even if you think those people, you know, you hear a lot of people being like, oh, well, they deserve it. They deserve to be scammed out of their money if they're that stupid. That is a horrible thing to think. I'm just gonna say that. Like, that's just a really awful, cruel thing to think, and I don't think it's okay to think that way. So anyway, ooh, where's Roberta? I need to bring Roberta back. Naturally, I am very happy that they are removing loot boxes. And of course, the question, as always, is why? Why at all? And why now? This model is working really well for them. So it's kind of like, you know, I don't want to get my hopes up or anything, especially because you have different people on different projects and, you know, things. I wish there was like an across-the-board philosophy kind of thing that Nintendo applied, but things end up being different with different properties, and it's weird. But like, it would be nice, not get my hopes up, it would be nice if this meant that Nintendo was at least somewhat kind of leaning away from using loot boxes. You know, I like the idea that it is being removed because somebody decided this is not the right way. That they think, yeah, it is manipulative. It's a gross way to, it's a good way to make money, but it's also a gross one. And if that's the case, like, will they be removing them from other games? Well, are we gonna get an update for Pocket Camp or something? And like, does this mean that they might stop putting them in like future mobile games? I don't know, their mobile thing in general is very, like, the future of their mobile games is very strange. We really don't know. We never really know what they're thinking. Like, but I don't know though, like, it seems hard to believe that they would take a stance like this. I mean, the shareholders certainly don't like it, I'm sure. But like, I don't know why else they would have done it. I don't know why else they would decide randomly one day to just take out the loot boxes. Maybe it was kind of like maybe they always knew it wasn't good. So they're like, okay, like, let's go until we hit 300 million, and then we'll take them out, you know? Like, let's use the gross practice just for a bit, get a good amount of money, and then just call it there, take it out, and just start, like, selling regular cosmetics and stuff like that. I really don't know, but I can certainly hope that this is indicative of the future. I mean, really only time will tell, you know? We just have to see, like, if they keep removing from other games or more games in the future, if, like, I don't know, we might actually see just a, it seemed like they had so recently shifted toward the loot boxes that, I don't know, if it seems like they're shifting away, then great. But why don't you go down to the comments and argue about the morality of aggressive, predatory monetization? I had so much fun at PAX. I had so much fun. I got to meet a bunch of fans. Oh, hold on. Look at this, look how cute this is. Look at this, look what somebody made me. Ah, I love it. Oh my gosh, oh, I love it. Let's go all the, I broke the rock Pikmin's flower off. I gotta glue it, but look at that, look at that. If you, I can't remember your name, but if you made me this, let us know down in the comments. But yeah, I did like fan meetups. I met a bunch of cool fans, and I hung out with like the Good Vibes Gaming guys, and Cat Icarus, and John Riggs, and Stop Skeletons from Fighting, and Gerard the Completionist, and the She Says Boundary Break. Just so many cool people. Just so many cool people. And I had such a good time. Washington is beautiful. It's such a nice area. It's so nice. I think I'm gonna move.